Since the beginning of human existence, we have feared many things: storms, wild animals, death, and the unknown. But perhaps the most mysterious and powerful force we've ever tried to understand is time. Time cannot be touched, it cannot be seen, it cannot be stopped, and yet, everything we do is built around it. But how did we, as humans, learn to measure something we couldn't see? This is the story of how time was invented. Thousands of years ago, time was not hours, minutes, and seconds. It was seasons, sunrises, and shadows. Early humans noticed patterns. The sun would rise and fall, the moon would change shape, stars would move across the sky. These patterns told them when to hunt, when to plant, when to migrate, and when to survive. But the first real system of time began with the sun. Ancient Egyptians were among the first to divide the day. They used a tool called a sundial, a stick in the ground, to measure time based on the position of the sun's shadow. They divided daylight into 12 parts, not because of logic, but because the number 12 was sacred. It divided easily into halves, thirds, and quarters. Even today, our clocks carry that ancient logic. 12 hours on a clock face, 24 hours in a day, all thanks to Egyptian math. Then came Babylon. Babylonians built on Egyptian ideas, using a base 60 number system. That's why we have 60 seconds in a minute, 60 minutes in an hour. Their astronomers tracked the stars, recorded lunar cycles, and created the first calendars, not to count birthdays, but to control agriculture, war, and religion. For them, time wasn't just motion, it was power. In ancient China, time became a political tool. Emperors claimed their rule was tied to cosmic order. They employed calendar masters, people who tracked celestial movements and predicted eclipses. If the emperor failed to keep time correctly, it was seen as a sign he had lost the mandate of heaven. In other words, losing control of time meant losing the throne. Meanwhile, in Mesoamerica, the Maya created some of the most advanced calendars in the ancient world. They tracked time across centuries, combining ritual calendars with solar ones. Their long count calendar could predict eclipses, track Venus, and even map cycles of creation and destruction. For the Maya, time was sacred, not linear, but circular. Everything repeats. But time didn't just live in the sky. Around 1400 BCE, in Egypt, we find one of the first water clocks, devices that measured time through dripping water. Later, sand was used, giving birth to the hourglass. Then came mechanical clocks in medieval Europe, gear-driven machines that rang bells in churches and towns. For the first time, time wasn't just divine or seasonal, it was mechanical, measurable, public. Now time belonged not to the gods, but to the city. By the 17th century, time got even sharper. The invention of the pendulum clock by Christian Huygens in 1656 allowed people to measure time to the second, something unthinkable in ancient times. This opened the door for precise navigation, science, and industry. Time became money, time became discipline, time became control. In the Industrial Revolution, factory whistles replaced church bells. Workers lived by shift hours, not sunrise and sunset. The train schedules forced cities and countries to agree on standardized time zones. And in 1884, at the International Meridian Conference, the world officially chose Greenwich, England, as the prime meridian, the 0 point of time. For the first time in history, the entire planet agreed, this is how we count time. But now, in the 21st century, we've gone even further. We track time in high nanoseconds. Satellites synchronize our clocks, our phones wake us up, our watches count our steps, our calendars run our lives. But the truth is, we still don't fully understand time. Albert Einstein taught us that time is relative. It bends, stretches, and even stops near black holes. To a photon, a particle of light, time doesn't even exist. So what is time really? A measurement? A feeling? A prison? Or just a language we created to make sense of the unknown? One thing is certain, Time is the invisible thread that connects every moment in history. From the shadows of the pyramids, to the gears of a medieval clock, to the tick inside your smartphone. And it all began the moment someone looked at the sky and saw a shadow move.